University can be a daunting place at the beginning, with a lot of students coming from different cities and forced to adapt to an independent lifestyle, where social, financial and academic pressure can either turn a student into a diamond or force a student to quit. Self-confidence is an essential trait that everyone needs in order to accomplish their goals. The ability to trust in your own judgment, skill and ability is something that not everyone has, but can increase and decrease with experience. University is a place that I believe requires a level of self-confidence in order to deal with its daily pressures. In order to come to a personal conclusion, 5 De Montfort University students were spoken to, asking their opinion on self-confidence at university and how it affects them in their daily lives. As well as academic pressures, social pressures will also be spoken about. Just remember, self-confidence is an opinion, not a fact.
I'd say I'm kind of mid-range. Like, I wouldn't really describe myself as a confident person. I had to build the little confidence that I have now. It took a lot, and it also, I think helping other people helped me to become confident, because I realised that there were a lot of people that were so much less confident than me. I used to kind of regard myself as a very timid, not confident person, but now that I think about it, I'm actually, in the opinion of others, I'm actually quite confident, and that helps me to give the presentations I give. I've always been the type of person to like motivate people. I even have my own motivational page on Instagram now. So there's always been that, I don't know, I'd say that I'm quite confident, but when I know what I'm doing.
I would say, yeah, I am self-confident now, but not in the past. Like in the past during secondary school, like girls do have like body image issues, things like that, fall out with friends, so that can affect you. But since coming to university, I'd say my self-confidence has boosted, and it was probably during college that this transition probably happened, like just learning how to love yourself and yeah, being confident in yourself.
I think I'm a confident person to a certain extent. I feel as if I'm confident around the people I'm comfortable with, so I feel confidence can come with comfortability.
My name's Kyrie. I go to De Montfort University in Leicester. I study media production and I'm in my 3rd year. I'm 21, so I came here straight from college. And I do a lot of work within the university as well, starting from when I first came here. I'm a student ambassador at De Montfort at the moment. I've been doing that for a year, and before that I was doing brand ambassador, which is similar but faculty specific. Self-confidence helps a lot, especially in a job like this, and it's helped to build mine, especially because when I first came here I wasn't really the person to go and talk or even voice my opinion that much. School helps me a bit to get my opinion out there a bit more. College, it was a bit quiet, so it didn't help. But then when I came uni, I thought, well, let me just jump out there. Let me just go in a couple of positions. I became the academic rep, which was election based. I had to go through 3 elections to get there. And that's now, 2 years on, I'm actually giving presentations in schools to kids. I would say self-confidence is a big deal. If I wasn't in uni, and half of the reason why I have come to uni was to build confidence and networks. If I wasn't here, I don't think I would actually meet or put myself in the positions to actually gain that confidence, and that means going out there meeting people that I would never go and speak to normally. Also job-wise, employment, talking to other people, like going to schools and things like that, even colleges. So I think university is a massive opportunity for you to gain that confidence, especially with the jobs that you can get even in uni, like when I was academic rep, so representing the whole uni, that in itself needs a certain amount of confidence.
Kyrie talks about occasions in which his confidence has been tested.
The other day, I went to give my first presentation to a bunch of 17-year-olds in Northamptonshire. That in itself, that was a big confidence building thing. And then also there's been performance times where I've been to perform, because I also do a bit of singing as well and promotions. That has been a big tester for my confidence. So like speaking in groups of like large amount of people, things like that. Self-confidence, they will even teach you in marketing, like self-confidence, even if you haven't got it, portraying that self-confidence is massive. And that will make people, it will give people the confidence in you, and it makes you look like you want to do what you're promoting or what you're doing. If not, then people look at you like, if he's not confident in his own thing, why should I be? So I think it's a very big deal.
Carrie gives advice to future and current students on ways to build self-confidence.
Getting involved in things, getting involved in projects, even social things. Like if it's going out, a lot of people like going out. But always be mindful of what you do, because the things that you do, if you mess up, then it might dent your confidence. So if you always premeditate what you're going to do and kind of don't try and embarrass yourself. That's one of the worst things that most people are scared of, is embarrassing themselves and failing. If you don't think about failing too much, because failing it's a pathway to success. It's part of it. If you ever feel like and this is talking from experience, if you ever feel like you're being broken, you really need to maybe take a bit of time out, just think about it, get help. I know it's hard, but get help. Research things. And that's probably the best advice I can give. And once you start to psych yourself up a bit, it gets better and you come back even stronger. That's the thing about confidence. When your confidence is broken, you can do two things. You can sit in a corner or you can come back even better.
I finally asked whether he believed a healthy social life and self-confidence came hand in hand.
There's lots of different examples of a healthy social life, in my opinion. That could be whether or not you're a very outgoing person, or if you're a person that doesn't really like to be seen or heard, but you're involved in a lot. I think that all of that is part of the factor.
My name's Tabitha. I'm 20 years old and I'm a student at De Montfort and I'm studying international marketing and business.
Tabitha was asked firstly if her course required a level of self-confidence.
I'd say yes, because even when writing assignments or putting forward ideas, you do need some sort of self-confidence in yourself to be able to answer essay questions or do presentations in front of people, like in classes, and even socialize, even make peers, even make friends. You still need confidence to do that. Being with friends and being yourself makes you more confident, like being around people you know and you're comfortable with, because no one wants to be in an uncomfortable setting. So yeah, having a healthy social life, having friends that you love, and that does matter, yeah. When I first got here, I didn't know anyone and I was by myself, and you feel a bit lonely, like you don't really know what to do, you don't have friends at that time. But yeah, that's when it's been tested, I would say. And probably on nights out and things like that, when you feel a bit down.
Tabitha speaks on what students can do to build confidence.
I would say definitely put yourself out there, join societies, and you would meet a lot of people there. Even going to the library, I've met a lot of people there, and just going to gatherings, things like that. If you live in student halls, I would say even people in the student halls, you still make friends there and socialise in a way.
My name's Hanadi Effendi. I'm 22 years old and I'm a student at De Montfort University in my final year studying media production.
The first question to Hanadi was whether her course required a level of self-confidence.
Yeah, you need to have confidence in your ability to be able to do the filming and the work that you produce, as you're going to end up having a client and you're going to have to be confident in the work you've produced to be able to show them your ability. I've had to take on the responsibility of being a presenter, and I was the face of the project, basically I had to show the confidence I had to be able to sell the product as a presenter, and that meant that all the responsibility and all the weight was on me, and that depended on how it came across in the grade we got in the end.
Hanadi gives her thoughts on how she believes self-confidence attracts people.
Yeah, if you're confident, I guess people feel more comfortable coming towards you and being able to speak to you because you're giving out a good impression, and people like to see that people are confident because just be able to talk to them easily, and they're just more approachable when someone's more confident. So yeah, I think it's quite an attractive trait. Yeah, I guess you have to have a certain level of confidence to be around your friends. So if you're comfortable around your friends, you're going to be confident and you'll be able to participate in the other activities your friends want to do, and you wouldn't feel uncomfortable. And I guess it just relates to comfortability. So if you're uncomfortable, you're not going to be as confident to do the things you want to do with them. So yeah, I guess so.
Hanadi gives her advice to students on good ways to build self-confidence.
Joining socials, I think, would be a great start. Joining in activities, anything little, just participate in little things like that, anything that the uni has to offer, get involved, and just, I guess that just helps bring up the confidence levels up.
I personally would consider myself a confident person. I've been told I'm quite confident, but sometimes it does come as a bit cocky or stubborn, as friends, family have said, but naturally I would say, yeah, I'm a confidence person.
I'd say, yeah, at the moment I'm a confident person, but how long for? Rah. I don't think, I've definitely not always been a confident person, because back in the day, like, I'm not saying it's a sob story or anything, I'm not looking for sympathy, but man used to get bullied, used to have issues at home with my parents and that, and like, I think before I used to do music, I had very low self-esteem. Like, I never used to cut myself or anything, but it was one of them ones where I'd sit in my room a lot on my own, not have too many friends, just like thinking about my thoughts. And I guess that's sort of where like the music came in, and it's sort of like a release, like a way of, like how people will write a diary, and it helps them sort of get by in life, makes them feel happier and all that kind of shit. But I guess music's sort of the same thing. Like, when I'm writing songs and stuff, it's like me venting and just like clearing my head. So I'd say, as well as music and like having good ties with people now, and a lot of things just changed, like coming to uni, coming to college, like just, I guess, growing up. Like, confidence is obviously just growing up, and you realise certain things don't matter. But music has definitely been a key part, and I'd say I'm confident right now, especially in terms of my career.
My name's Ian Bukenya, I'm 21 and I'm a student at De Montfort University and I study media production. I'm also social secretary for Rugby DMU men's rugby team. I would say university has helped my self-esteem personally. I've noticed myself since first year coming out my shell a bit more. Maybe that's me becoming more associated in terms of, obviously, my friendship group growing bigger, me getting involved more in terms of extracurriculum stuff such as the rugby team and taking on a committee role as me being a third year. But yeah, I would say it has grown throughout my university experience. Personally, when joining the rugby team, I was a bit tentative and a bit scared. Obviously, everyone's heard the typical rumours of a rugby team. It's tough. Obviously, they take stuff to a different level in terms of their banter. Obviously, work hard, play hard. So I was a bit tentative, but I did ease into it after a while, especially after my first year. I was a bit more. Obviously, I felt as a fresher, that was my year I was going to be most prone to getting, obviously, as I say, bullied in terms of bantered way. But after the first year, I did ease into it quite more, and yeah, and I do enjoy it. So I'd say my confidence has been tested at university, especially this year, me taking up the role of social sec. Obviously, everyone looks to me to have a good time at social sec. Socially, obviously, I plan the nights out. If just me going out, drinking or not drinking, everyone's looking to me to have a good time, and that's what minimum I should be providing for them. So my confidence is tested in terms of stuff like that, because it's quite hard to obviously please an amount of over 50 to 70 boys. So yeah, my confidence gets tested quite often in the basis of that.
Ian speaks on the social secretary position and what it includes.
Being a social sec involves me planning nights out, making sure everyone's getting on in terms of rugby players. I've got to make sure everyone's friendships, everyone as a whole's friendship, everyone's knitted compactly, because obviously how people behave off the pitch, it doesn't very much affect how people behave on the pitch, because if everyone's a big, as you would say, a team off the pitch, it does develop that they will be able to bring it onto the pitch and obviously perform in a better way. Well, I've personally seen that for myself. If I'm close with someone in terms of friendship, it does show on the pitch. Obviously, you think the same, you know how each other thinks and stuff like that, and you're more likely to push yourself to actually help out a teammate. So yeah, it does help on the pitch and off the pitch, me doing my job well. Personally, I do think confidence does attract people around you. Confidence is something like it's seen as people something being quite a positive thing in terms of obviously being self-confident. People see that, they associate that with someone being know what they're doing, fun stuff like that. So I do think me being confident, it does radiate off and people do warm to it kind of thing. So yeah, I do think confidence does attract people, and I think in terms of people, maybe people such as confident themselves warm to it, so they're kind of attracted towards me, maybe feed off it. But I do pride myself on being confident, and if it does help other people and they warm to it and they bounce off of it, yeah, I think it's quite good.
My name's Dylan Ladd. I'm 20 years old and I'm studying at De Montfort University, full-time student, but I do music on the side. I do like poetry, rap, grime, songwriting, all that. Juggling university and music is definitely a hard thing. Like, you've always got to weigh up the options. Like, you've got your assignments due in, you've got your music deadlines and shit. Like, you're trying to get your priorities straight, but then obviously music is like a venting expression. So obviously when you're like, how do I put this, when I haven't been studio in a while, I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, I'm there scratching my neck and stuff, like I need to go vent, but at the same time I got to make sure my assignments are in. So it's just trying to find that balance is a very hard task for any musician that's studying as well. I'd say self-confidence definitely plays a big part in rap, in the sense that, like, in all aspects of rap, you're definitely conveying your confidence, in the sense of you've got battle rap, you've got performing on stage, you've got recording in studios, writing your music. Like, there's always going to be a time where you need that self-confidence, otherwise you're never going to do anything. Because obviously when you're in studio, when you're battle rapping, when you're on stage, there's obviously people watching you, there's people listening. Even when you record music and you're doing it on your own, there's obviously people listening, so you have to have that sort of level of confidence. So I think no matter what like sort of rap you do, whereas if you're a secluded person, or if you're a battle rapper or any sort of like rapper, you definitely need that self-confidence. I'd say low self-esteem and rap can sort of go together, in the sense that you can't have low self-esteem in all aspects of yourself or your career, but obviously you can have low self-esteem in the sense of, obviously when I started music I wasn't overly confident and I didn't have high self-esteem, and that's why I sort of started doing music. But there's also people in music, sort of like in America you got like Tyler the Creator, Flatbush Zombies, you got Earl Sweatshirt, and then in England you got people like Mo Stack, J Hus, and they've got like low self-esteem in terms of their looks, their personality. Like, they know they're ugly and they say, like, they play on it, they make them kind of jokes and stuff, but then they don't have low self-esteem in terms of talent, because they know they're talented, they know they can make music, they know they can make people laugh. And I guess you just have to have that balance. You can't have low self-esteem in all aspects of your career. There's got to be a balance, and there has to be like a turning point, I guess.